Okay, let's dive in. We're looking at the recent tornado situation near St. Louis, the one that hit Friday afternoon.
Right. And our main source here is that Five on Your Side report from the NWS press conference.
That's the one, yeah, from Saturday morning. So our mission, I guess, is just to understand these preliminary findings.
What they know right now.
Exactly. What they
Yeah.
know, what the tornado was like, and what they're still working on figuring out.
And what really jumps out is just how fast it all happened.
Yeah.
Well, the National Weather Service, the NWS, they issued the warning at 2:34 p.m.
Okay.
And just 8 minutes later, the radar was showing rotation, indicating a touchdown just east of Clayton, 8 minutes.
Wow, 8 minutes. That's hardly any time to react, really.
It's incredibly fast. And the report, does it give any hints about why it developed so quickly? Or is that still something they're looking into?
The report doesn't seem to speculate on the why just yet, more the what. So that initial touchdown point based on the radar east of Clayton, and then it apparently moved pretty quick across the Mississippi towards Granite City.
So a fairly direct path.
Yeah.
And fast moving.
Yeah, which if you're listening and you live in an area that gets tornadoes, that speed is definitely something to, keep in mind.
Absolutely. I mean, a storm that spins up and moves that fast,
Yeah.
that's a huge challenge. For warnings, for people actually taking cover,
Yeah,
it really highlights why you need a plan ready to go.
definitely. And the NWS, they got boots on the ground pretty quick, it sounds like.
Yeah, the report mentioned storm survey crews were out Saturday morning.
Starting where the radar first flagged it, right? In Clayton.
Exactly. Starting there and then working east, basically following the trail.
Makes sense. Follow the damage.
But they did mention it could take a while. The official quoted said something like, it's going to be a long day.
Suggests they weren't sure how far it went or how bad it was initially.
Precisely. That uncertainty about the extent of the damage, that's kind of sobering.
Yeah, and building on that, understanding the full scope. They need to figure out the tornado's whole footprint, right? Like how long the path was, how wide it got.
Exactly. Those dimensions are pretty critical. Tells you a lot about the scale of it.
Mhm.
But it's not just size.
Right, it's the damage itself.
Yeah, they're looking really closely at what got damaged.
Yeah.
Buildings, trees, infrastructure, everything in that path.
And all that detailed damage analysis, that feeds into figuring out the tornado's strength, doesn't it? Using the enhanced Fujita scale, the EF scale.
That's the whole point, basically. The EF scale helps classify how intense the tornado was based on the kind of damage observed.
So like EF0 is minor damage, EF5 is catastrophic, that kind of thing.
Exactly. The damage they see on the ground lets them estimate the wind speeds and assign that rating. It's vital for understanding just how powerful it was.
Okay, and here's something else interesting. They're going to compare the real world damage they find.
The ground truth, yeah.
Yeah. Compare that back to what the radar showed initially. What's the idea behind that? Is it about checking the radar's accuracy?
Well, yeah, partly. It's about learning. By matching the radar signatures with the actual damage on the ground, they can see, did the radar maybe miss something?
Mm-hmm.
Or could we interpret the radar data better next time? Especially for these, really fast developing storms, it's all about refining the tools and forecasts.
Right. Trying to improve things for the future. Okay, so if we're summarizing based on this first report,
Key takeaways seem to be,
yeah, this tornado formed really fast, moved quickly near St. Louis. The NWS jumped on it with the survey crews,
crews are out there working east from Clayton.
and they're trying to figure out the strength, the EF rating, and also learn from it, comparing the damage to the radar to maybe improve future warnings.
Exactly. It's about piecing together the whole event and seeing what lessons can be learned for, preparedness down the road.
Okay, so here's a final thought then, maybe for you listening. Thinking about how quickly the storm developed and moved, what does that really mean for how individuals and whole communities get ready for severe weather?
It's a tough question.
Yeah, I mean, does it show we need to be even more vigilant, react even faster when a warning is issued, especially with these, fast threats? Makes you wonder if the ways we prepare now are really enough for situations that unfold this rapidly.